Hi, everyone. Thank you for sticking with me today. I'm really excited because today, by 12 o'clock midnight, my promotion of the book, Fear Less, Live More, just for 99p is going to get over. But I'm also really excited because I've interviewed some wonderful people who are so talented, so amazing. And I have here Antony Murray. He is got such a broad spectrum of experience. I'll let him explain, but also he works, as you can see, Dragon Wellbeing. So hi, Anthony. It's nice chatting.
How are you doing? You okay?
I'm really good. Yes, it's been a long day, but I'm good. So what I wanted to talk to you about, Anthony, today is that we both come from different angles at stress and anxiety. I would like your perspective on it, please.
Okay. Obviously, I've come from a point where I had complex PTSD, traumatic brain injury myself, and suicidal ideations, the whole full symptomatic package, which was not fun and games, but there we go. And I discovered that there wasn't an awful lot of help out there for that. The mental health service wasn't particularly positive in giving help. And it was basically, let's medicate it rather than give it therapy. Yeah. So after a huge period of trying to deal with drugs, I started looking at the holistic side of things. I discovered these things. Pair of glasses, seal glasses, which on the website you can all check them out. They're fantastic. I basically used them for a month, and I was off medication within a month. Wow. It was the first night to sleep. The first night I used them, I had my first night to sleep in bed because with PTSD, the nightmares, etc., I couldn't sleep in bed. But either way, the whole holistic approach, I started to look at consumption. With the medication and everything, I ballooned to 26 stone. Wow. I've now got down to about 17 stone, sort of 8 stone I've lost, sort of thing, but which is amazing. I love it. But the holistic side of things, I looked at nutrition. Yeah. I looked at consumption, as in not just food, TV, what people I was surrounded with, what they were saying, and it was just the whole big picture of life, really. Meditation. Started using the meditation approach. There's a chap called Joe Dispenza, who's a big part of my healing process, yes. Which is huge. But things like Tai Chi, Kundalini activation process. What is that? I didn't know what it was. Somebody told me what it was, went to it. It was amazing. EFT, emotional freedom techniques, tapping on your finger, tapping on certain joint. But there's another side to it, which is the matrix re-imprinting. So all the echoes of your past, you can alter your perceptions of life by going into the echo and alter the echoes. So I've learned so much of stuff I found, but I had to work for it. But the simple fact is, books like yourself, the books that there's not an awful lot of stuff out there like that are pushed away. Now, a bloke, unfortunately, we hide ourselves. We tend to not face the issues that are going on until the fact we reach breaking point. Yeah. I don't know whether it's... Somebody said to me, and I had a mental health chat, they said, women talk to each other about anything. And I went, that's a bit sexist. He said, well, no, it's not, because blokes, would you talk to your mate about mental health? And do you know what? If you said, would you say to him, I've had a really bad day? Or would he turn around and go, shut up, have a pint? Or stop whinging? But it's we've got to alter our approach. It's not just men; some women are the same. But it's where's the information to help yourself? Yeah. If you have to reach a point where you work and you have to fight finding it. But a book like this, it's there for you.
I'm the same as you, Anthony. I came from the background that, well, it wasn't PTSD, but I was just, yes, lots of people go through divorce, but what people don't know is that went through a divorce on the other side of the world. I was immigrated on the promise I would start a new life. And then when I went on the other side of the world, I was left there. So I had to fight my way back to the UK. I had to bring up the 2 children by myself. I have no family here. So it's that same. But what I didn't do, like you didn't, is resort to things that were not great for me, like either alcohol. And when you said about mostly, before the video, we had a bit of a chat, and you said that you were taking some antidepressants. As a registered nurse, that's what I found most doctors did. The minute somebody comes to the doctor saying, I feel down, I feel anxious, I feel depressed, they bung them with drugs like citalopram, fluoxetine, and they make them go away. So you don't get a chance. And those drugs actually alter your brain chemistry. So you don't get a chance to work on yourself. What you have done is, I'm so impressed, is you've taken charge of your life. You've made changes with the nutrition side, with the holistic side, with your mental state, and you've come out, and Dragon Well-being sounds fantastic. It is so exciting. I can't wait for the launch and for you, to look at it and see what you're doing.
Thank you. One thing with nutrition that a lot of people don't understand is intermittent fasting and how that can reset the mind, your stress levels. And people are saying, what, you starve yourself? Well, no, intermittent fasting is different. Once you cleanse yourself of negative carbs, sugar mainly, your body resets. And if you actually reach 72-hour fast, 3 days, you're looking at your whole cellular structure reset itself, and all your DNA, your telomeres, everything lengthen. You actually completely change your whole body. And that is just amazing. When you think the little atom within your body, all you've got to do is go on a controlled fast, not starve yourself, because I wouldn't want people to do that. It's a controlled fast where you're just drinking water for 3 days. And if you do it with somebody, so they're supporting you along that side, you will find after that 3 days of no sugar, it's just your energy levels, everything is just unbelievable.
Absolutely. Nowadays, don't you find, Anthony, that everything we eat or drink contains added sugar in it? I mean, come on, there's no need.
Yeah, I pick everything up when I look straight. You see, one thing that people do is they look at fat. It's low fat, I can have low fat. They don't look at the carbohydrates in it.
Absolutely.
It may be low fat, but it's got 3 bags of sugar in it. So it's like, no, thank you. But anyway, it's consumption, and consumption is not just about food. The news, you sit and watch the news, and at the moment it's just death, destruction, trauma, negativity. This is look, East Enders. Oh, yeah. I mean, there's stuff on TV that you can watch. There's verbal connotations, the actual words you use in conversation, the way you describe yourself. As a joke, I do an awful lot. Excuse me. I would always say, oh, I'm a numpty, or I'm daft, or I shouldn't have done that, I'm stupid, I'm clumsy. Those things program your mind to believe it.
Yes.
And your subconscious takes it in, and then when you're sat there and you're not being clumsy and you're being all fantastic, you get on with it, it fires those little messages back to you. And that affects your psyche, your behaviors. And it's just, but I also discovered, I mean, from conception to 7 years of age, that gap, the theta zone, the theta brain zone. Now, that period of your life is the most important part of your life to when you get to adulthood. Now, I discovered at the age of 45 that an event at 18 months old had actually created my unloved, unwanted, and didn't want to live feelings until I got to 45 years of age.
Wow.
Now, that was done through EFT, going into the matrix side of things. And it's all in the subconscious with all the quantum mind. Literally, it's just, I could talk about it forever. But Bruce Lipton, a chap, I've put loads of videos on Facebook about him. and he works on stem cells, and he's discovered that certain behaviours from the age of 1 to 7 can alter your actual cells right way through your life into adulthood, and can create all sorts of beliefs, perceptions, and that's where your mental health stems from. Your anxiety, your stress levels. But you can reset it. It can be reset.
Well, you can reset it with mindfulness, meditation, EFT, like you've stated before, and matrix reprinting. So I do know, because I worked with them as well. But what I wanted to do, Anthony, is bring out a book that people can take that first step, for them to make those changes that they so desperately want. Instead of watching more TV or eating more sugary foods and feeling sad, work on their emotional strength and gain it. And I found that there were no books out there that were doing that. Then people would just, pop in more pills, antidepressants, and that was really bad for you. So I thought that if I bought a book out with case studies, with part of my story, because I am the same as you, went through exactly the same thing. And worked on their mindset, they would build the life that they desired, and they would get stronger. And I love the intermittent fasting, because I do the same. And, Nicola Hall told me about it. So I was just amazed how it really worked for me. I exercise every day. I do the intermittent fasting. I eat really healthy food. There's no sugars in my diet at all. And I cook. And as you know, I also cooked you a vegetarian meal. So that was great.
Thank you very much. Lovely.
So I loved chatting with you. I want you to leave us with the last thought of how people can start. Take that first step.
There is the first step. And it comes about knowledge. You've got to reinvent yourself.
Yeah.
And sometimes you need to step into a different world to become a different person.
Yes.
And if it means books like yours, which is going to get you on that first step, because there's a long road. And the last thing you want to do is stay stationary and suffer. So get this book, read it, take on board what you can take on board. If there's stuff you're not clear about, ask, because there's help there to ask. And as you say, you do the coaching as well, but you help people. So it's the help is there. And that is one thing that people need to realize. There is help there.
Absolutely. So thank you so much, Anthony. Thank you. So again, I just want to tell everybody, Fear Less, Live More is out today only for about 99p. But also, Dragon Wellbeing, Anthony's website is going to be out soon. He's going to be guiding you to take that first step, to make those changes. And so will I. So, just take charge of your lives, guys. Get on that, get help, get that support, and start to make changes in your life. Do something different that you will find you will be a much happier person. Thank you so much, Anthony, for chatting with me. And I look forward to catching up with you soon when we are allowed, and coming and having a cup of coffee with you.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Bye.